Renal circulation. Introduction. Blood vessels of kidneys are highly specialized to facilitate the function of nephron in the formation of urine. In the adults, during resting conditions, both the kidneys receive 1300 ml of blood per minute or about 26% of cardiac output. Kidneys are the second organs to receive maximum blood flow. The first organ being the liver, which receives 1500 ml per minute. The maximum blood supply to kidney has got the functional significance. Now, renal blood vessels. Blood is supplied to the kidney by the renal artery, which arises directly from abdominal aorta and enters the kidney through the hilus. While passing through renal sinus, the renal artery divides into many segmental arteries, which subdivide into interlobar arteries. Each interlobar artery passes in between the medullary pyramids. At the base of the pyramid, it turns and runs parallel to the base of pyramid, forming arcuate artery. Each arcuate artery gives rise to interlobular arteries. The interlobular arteries run through the renal cortex perpendicular to arcuate artery. From each interlobular artery, numerous afferent arterioles arise. The afferent arterioles enters the Bowman capsule and forms glomerular capillary tuft. The afferent arteriole divides into 4 or 5 large capillaries. Each large capillaries divides into small capillaries, which form the loops, and the capillary loops unite to form the efferent arteriole, which leaves the Bowman capsule. The efferent arterioles form a second capillary network surrounding the tubular portion of the nephron. These second set of capillaries are called peritubular capillaries. Thus, the renal circulation forms a portal system by the presence of two sets of capillaries, glomerular capillaries and peritubular capillaries. The network of peritubular capillaries supplies the tubular portion of cortical nephrons only. The tubular portion of juxtamedullary nephrons are supplied by some specialized capillaries called vasa recta. Vasa recta arise directly from the efferent arteriole of the juxtamedullary nephrons and run parallel to the renal tubule into the medulla and ascend up toward the cortex. The peritubular capillaries and vasa recta drain into the venous system. Venous system start with peritubular venules and the other vessels are interlobular veins, arcuate veins, interlobar veins, segmental veins, and finally the renal vein. Renal vein leaves the kidney through the hilus and joins inferior vena cava. Measurement of renal blood flow. The blood flow to kidney is measured by using plasma clearance of para-aminohippuric acid. Regulation of renal blood flow. The regulation of blood flow to kidney is independent of the nerves innervating renal blood vessels. The renal blood flow is regulated mostly by means of autoregulation. Autoregulation. The intrinsic ability of an organ to regulate its own blood flow is called autoregulation. Autoregulation is present in some vital organs in the body, such as brain, heart, and kidney. It is highly significant and more efficient in kidneys. Now, renal autoregulation. Renal autoregulation is important to maintain the glomerular filtration rate, GFR. Blood flow to kidney remain normal even when the mean arterial blood pressure vary widely, thus maintaining the normal GFR. Renal blood flow is constant till the mean arterial pressure falls as low as 60 mmHg or increases as high as 180 mmHg. Two mechanisms are involved in renal autoregulation. First, myogenic response. Second, tubuloglomerular feedback. First, myogenic response. Whenever the blood flow to kidney increases, it stretches the elastic wall of efferent arteriole. A stretch of the basal wall increases the flow of calcium ion from ECF, extracellular fluid, into the cells. The influx of calcium ions lead to contraction of smooth muscles in efferent arteriole, which causes constriction and increase in the resistance in efferent arteriole. So the blood flow is controlled. Tubuloglomerular feedback. Macula densa play an important role in tubuloglomerular feedback, which control the renal blood flow and GFR. Special features of renal circulation. The renal circulation has some special features to cope up with the function of kidneys. Such special features are: first, the renal artery arises directly from the aorta. The pressure in aorta is very high and it facilitates a high blood flow to the renal parenchyma. Second, both the kidneys receive about 1300 ml of blood per minute. That is about 26% of cardiac output. Kidneys are the second organ to receive maximum blood flow, in the first organ being the liver, which receives 1500 ml per minute. That is about 30% of cardiac output. Third, whole amount of blood which flows to kidney has to pass through the glomerular capillaries before entering the venous system. Because of this, the blood is completely filtered at the renal glomeruli. Fourth, renal circulation has a portal system, that is a double network of capillaries. The efferent arteriole enters the Bowman capsule, forming glomerular capillary tuft, and the glomerular capillary unite to form efferent arteriole, which leaves the Bowman capsule. The efferent arteriole gives rise to renal portal system. It forms a second capillary network called peritubular capillaries, which surround the tubular portion of the nephron. Both the capillary systems are functionally important. Fifth point, renal glomerular capillaries form high pressure bed with a pressure of 60 to 70 mmHg. It is much greater than the capillary pressure elsewhere in the body, which is only about 25 to 30 mmHg. High pressure is maintained in the glomerular capillary because the diameter of efferent arteriole is more than that of efferent arteriole. The high capillary pressure augments glomerular filtration. 6 point, the peritubular capillary form a low pressure bed with a pressure of 8 to 10 mmHg. This low pressure helps tubular reabsorption. 7 point, the autoregulation of renal blood flow is well established. It maintains the renal blood flow when the mean arterial blood pressure varies within the range of 16 mmHg and 180 mmHg. The autoregulation is mainly due to activity of macula densa. Thank you.